Okay, Zari. So we're gonna start with some Riptide, maybe some new, and then crack a box of Misfat. I think should be fine. This is not the most fantastic start though, in all honesty. What can I do though? Each player puts a card from their hand face down to the arsenal. That allows them to arsenal a card, but it also gives them the blood rot, which is kind of nice. Is that worth it just to burn it? Might as well. Do that. And then tome. Use the memorial ground. And a little bit of life. Probably burn the remembrance already. We're just looking for a nice big hand of traps to start. Yeah, I think I'm good with that, right? So the trap's loaded up. Hopefully we get... maybe I should have waited and used the Pitfall Trap, right, since we have the Ponder token. Our hand is kind of bad, though. So this is reaction cards, which we do want to shut down. Probably burn the other Blood Rot. You know what, we'll do the long draw and see. Spider Bite first. Well, Spider Bite, I'm just going to let through. But Nerve Scalpel we do want to block. And CNC. We have 1, 3, 5. You can get rid of the Codex to fully block the CNC. Is that worth the Blood Rot Trap? That's the question. Not really, in all honesty. Yeah, no, the Codex apparently is worth more in the long run. I think it's just do that, mitigate 3, lose the Blood Rot Trap. And that's fine. Probably just Blood Rot again. And they just take the damage. Our hand is kind of bad. We can't make use of the Ponder as well. Well, we could, but I'd rather obviously just get the Pitfall Trap. There's Murky Water. That's 2 turns we can Murky. We don't have any real buffs for it. Spider Bite. Might as well see if we get the burn damage across. Again, I'd rather Nerve Scalpel. We'll let it through, actually. Yeah, there's the Nerve Scalpel. Do that. It's probably... How do we even get Murky into the arsenal? That's the issue with this deck, is you really have to play a buff into it, otherwise there's no way to get Murky into the arsenal with Barb Castaway. Well, not in the sense that you'd want it, right? Because we want the Dominate effect. Oh, it's still going to be a pass, see if they react. Can you take the card from your arsenal? No, banish card from your hand. Oh wait, I can get into the arsenal like this, since they're not going to add anything to it. But we would have liked to keep the blue, right? Because we need 3 overall to play it, so I have to actually pitch away the Codex. Makes it not that strong because it's not, you know, a huge Murky. Well, it's better than nothing. At least it's some damage being pushed. Just have to slowly whittle them down. Inertia. Oh, that's annoying. Could have been worse though. Oh, no, there's a Klloo. I'm glad I didn't try to get the ponder value out of Codex somehow. Because discarding a Murky and then finding a different one with Mask isn't the worst thing. Then we want the Codex to cycle around, reel in, 2 traps, a Lace. Like to Mask this turn and use Lace. We won't reel in though. With the 6, no reactions yet. Just completing. No, I still have to play both though, which is a bit unfortunate. I could get rid of the reel in and try to get value. I gotta double trap it, even though pointless, right? Because if we get tripwire trap off, then the reaction doesn't matter. I think it's next turn just stash the Lace and then go for it afterwards. I'm sure this is a reaction card and they're waiting for us to play the traps. But it's fine if it does, if it is, because if it hits now, it doesn't matter, right? Because they won't have the 1 resource to pay. Easy peasy for us too. Pass. Now, either way, we should be in a much better spot, because no matter what the hand is, even if it's all buffs like this, we can reel in. We'd also go for a giant Murky, as long as they don't have another CNC, which is unlikely, but we could, right? Because we can deep blue 1 card, Mask, and then play 2 buffs. And we can deny defense reactions. So I think it's worth trading, no matter what they have here. It's a little bit scary. Weakest link. Aha. So they can hit reel in. We have no traps. So I guess we just hope for a trap so that we maintain our hand size. Either way, it's played now, right? You know, we'll be a little bit careful. We have 2 more cards. Look for traps to actually shut down the 6 damage. We get 2. All right. Neither of them are super useful in this situation, but now we can't. The effect doesn't land, so even if we don't block, it's fine. Sigil, so no reaction. We could double block it and wait another turn, or our option is to deep blue something. Mask. Mask's annoying because we have to get rid of 1 card, so we really can't play it. I think it's just double trap it and then wait another turn. Because we really just need to land big murky waters. So it's nice having both Release and Lace. I really need the 2 other cards. Or need to draw Murky Water. Yeah, this isn't so bad, right? Because again, we deep blue 1, we have to sink 1, and then we have to pitch 1 more. So again, just no CNC, and it should be worth whatever damage we take. Drench would probably come in handy, thinking about it. Because the main issue with this deck is the lack of blues. You could probably change the release attentions to yellows and go the other buff cards to yellow. Leave no witness. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Losing the card out of our arsenal is definitely annoying. So I can put Murky on top, which guarantees we have it in hand next turn. Which means I can load the tripwire. Could also double block. I think losing the lace is just what we have to do at this point. I do need to start reducing damage, but we want to keep 2 buff cards. And then stash the tripwire trap. Then hope to draw a, well, no, regardless of whether or not we draw blue, we can deep blue. Yeah, so no, leave the witness should be fine. We're losing a bit too much life, but I think the Playcom nump's a bit better. Seek and Destroy would have been better than the lace card, though. It doesn't matter when I'm Memorial Ground. Tripwire trap into the arsenal. You just pass. So we should draw the Murky. No matter what we draw, we can deep blue, and we can trap one thing. If it's Arsenal Destruction again, it doesn't matter. So either way, we're going to be able to do a 10, 13 with no defense reactions from Arsenal to dominate. Except if, you know, Surgical Extraction. But I think this is fine again, because it's either they react with it, or they pay. And either way, this is still 4 block then. I'm curious what the point of Uzari is here. Ah, okay. They are going to use a reaction. Is a bit problematic. They probably hit the Murky then. Red. I'm curious what, is it just for shakedown in this scenario? Again, I find it so curious, right? Why take X hero if you're not doing anything that matters with them? Like, I'd say Arachne is a bit better just for the few contract cards that are being run. Alright, so that's annoying, and we need to start hitting back, so I guess it's plan B and just do a worse one. No, it's not, because we don't have the resources either. I think it's like a bought hand and try to recover life, which sucks in itself. I think the cost basis on this is just a little bit off, right? Because I'd like to be able to mask here, get a different Murky Water, and still do one thing with it, but I really can't, because I need 4 resources and 1 card to sink because of mask. What's the go? I think it's just pass, stash the tome. Lack of traps is also worse for wear. I believe we can come back though. So again, that could have actually worked. But again, I need all the cards. Or bench top card of the deck, which is fine. Yeah. Actually, I should have blocked because I forgot we had tome. Remembrance. What do I want to get back? Nothing yet. I also don't want it in my hand. But it's better because it's resources, I guess. There's a decent amount of stall and recovery in this. I don't think we're too far. Yeah, there's the CNC. Just want to play my arrows. It's the greed that's getting me. I should just be settling for 10s, right? Instead of trying to get the double buffs off. It's just not working. How many resources do I need? 1, 2, 4. Pitch, pitch, sink. I don't need to use deep blue. I think the red. Find Murky, use release attention. Put it into the arsenal. Use Barb Castaway. Aim it. Pass. Pass. Yeah, I think the true power in this lies in just trying to get one buff off in Murky over and over. Because there's been a few turns where I could have Murky warded, and I was being way too greedy. Hey, Professor. Because we've been holding on to release attention too, which is just fantastic, right? Because Dominate denies the hand, and then that denies the arsenal. And then we get our traps back. Which I should have been doing a lot earlier. Should just go with the 3 guaranteed ones. I think I don't actually like long draw. We just don't have the resources for it. It's only good in the condition where we have Murky in hand. And also have way too many buff cards. Let's top card of the deck. So we have a 3. And we might as well get rid of... I like the premeditates more than the lace. Not really. I mean, chances are they have something. A shredder again. Finish another card. We're hoping they spend their resources. But the majority of reactions that they actually have are 0 cost, are they not? But yeah, I'm not seeing anything that is prudent to Uzari in what they're doing. I'm curious why they're playing Uzari. Where does this go? It just goes to a random place in the deck? Yeah, shuffle. We have 2 traps, which is nice. Blood rods. Love if we'd have access to Spreading Plague. This is attack cards, so we always let it through, unfortunately. It's chipping away at us. Tunic into... Scalpel. This one we do want to block. I think we need to just lean more into just playing the traps. And then the line strike buff is good. How much do we have? We have 5. Take the damage. Actually, no, I could have used the premeditate because there's nothing we care about with Codex. I'm just playing it for the blood rot to try and get the damage. And squeeze their hand. Like some of our life gain. Put it on... What am I putting on? Guess the battle worn. No, they can bring it back. because they're more likely to block with the mask than either Flick Knives or the Tunic. Feels like an awful turn. I don't even know. I kind of want to just burn the premeditate, since we have the ponder. Really? And of course. Punished for doing that. Well, Well, actually, Codex is nice, right? Can you sync the card from the arsenal? No, you can't. So I play Premeditate first, then I Codex. So as long as they don't have Destruction, at least we can do a bit of damage this turn. I could have blocked with nothing, because they're both arsenal. Yeah. You want to play Premeditate, play Lace, and then pitch a blue. Discard the Tripwire Trap. I think we're too far gone though. And I feel like another CNC is going to pop out. Another inline strike for 7, I assume. Well, we do have life gain. I'm going... Pretty sure I have sigils. We also have tomes. Being on 6 isn't the worst thing. Do that. Do Codex. Make sure not to use Riptide. Discard the Tripwire Trap. Yeah, because we need 3. Play the Lace. Yeah, I don't really see a scenario where we actually get to use Long Draw. Even though the +4 is nice. Aim. Pitch. And fire. We just need a big hand of traps. Wait for scene is fine. Even if they have something in the arsenal, the damage is getting across. Why I like Release Attention more. Alright, and the Ponder tokens help us out. The trap recycle. Oh, yes, I definitely want to banish. So we want Pitfall, Pitfall, Tripwire. Yeah, we got Tripwire. That's nice. With Murk, you also don't really need the Ponders, thinking about it. That's a nice hand. You can do the same thing, just deep blue, and with 2 Seek and Destroys. Do I even care about 2 Seek and Destroys? There's a chance we can come back. The nice thing is, the smaller the deck becomes, the better it sort of feels. They hit Codex and Lace, or Seek and Destroy. Was it? No, like Codex. Didn't the Mask do something too? Alright, no, whatever they played was the Arsenal. No, I'm confused. Shouldn't they have... Was it when this hits a hero bench, top card of their deck? And then... Right, Lace was the other thing. It was Lace. Alright, so... Codex again. Playing at 1 Seek and Destroy, using Deep Blue with the Blood Rot. And getting rid of the other one. Or would I rather keep Seek and Destroy? Actually, I'd kind of rather keep Seek and Destroy. Codex is so nice. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. If it hollers, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Deep blue. And the other one. Time to flip. And send another one. How many? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. They still have 1 Sink Below, 2 Paper Scenes, and another Sigil. We might be too far gone. Definitely messed up in the early game. Trying to just get a nice big murky water off. Inertia sucks with the Ponder. Mainly because I can never remember the correct ordering for Teleshare. Which one resolves first. But we do lose whatever crap we get back, right? Draw Inertia, then pull cards from hand and Arsenal. Yeah, so we don't use Murky's effect. And we're just basically banishing 2 traps. Alright. Now let my brain work. Use the order to trigger it. Is this the correct order? I can never remember if it's left or right. I think it's always left to right, but then it's right to left. But I think I'm meant to do that. I think. Is that correct? Yes. Thank God. Does my brain every time. Alright. We're basically just turtling at this point. Dominate's fine. So now they can use Ari. Which is fine as well, because again, we react afterwards. Oh, but just a nick instead. That's interesting. Either way, we still punish it at this point. Put 2 cards. And then the Blood Rot Trap. It's fine. I don't think we stash the Pendulum Trap, because obviously we don't need to. We want to see what we draw in case it's something we want to put. I guess the reel in is always fine to put in the arsenal there. Well, actually no, because it means we'd have to play it. Oh, there's the 3rd Sigil. Anything else? Is it enough to pitch? Is it a blue? No. Alright, so pass. See what we draw. We can always pitch the Murky for later. Actually, you know, it was probably worth trying to pressure the Murky there. I should have stashed it in the arsenal. And we're taking this line anyway. Reel in. Yeah, there's the Rockslide Trap. We can do a reel in for 2 at least. And stash the Rockslide. I think we're too low not to just turtle. Yeah. Lived in that scenario. That's definitely worse. We let the 1 come. Guess we have to. It would have been better trying to go for the Murky next turn. Which we had the blue for it too. It was still blocked with the Pendulum Trap. No, Pendulum's not correct. No, Pendulum's not correct. Rockslide's correct. They haven't played anything, even though they have the resource. Well, no, it doesn't matter now. No, I just screwed myself. Now I have to play both. I'm not undoing again. They have the floating one. Yeah, that was bad. Yeah. If I didn't show them the pendulum, maybe, right? Because the 1 damage would have been fine, but we just screwed ourselves. I guess I should have still waited for the shred and then throw out the pendulum. That was a really bad decision. Luckily we got the shuffle off the trap. Yeah, so we still get 2. Now I can put a Murky to the top. I probably just want to block with Release Attention. They're almost out of the reacts anyway, and I have to block the daggers now. Feels really bad. Feel like we're slightly too low. I should block the Nerve Scalpel. Let's go again, so at least we can get the ping. Oh, that's a fantastic ping. I think this is probably game. I think we're too low. Line strike greater than, it's going to do 4. Yeah. No, they picked go again, interesting. Plays around the boulder trap. That also means we are unfortunately done for. Yeah. Didn't that work? With the Nerve Scalpel? Interesting. But good game. Alright. My phone should be charged now. Let's crack a case. And we'll come back and maybe do another game. I like CNC. I like that Riptide deck especially, right? Because it feels like a nail biter, because you can get quite low. I think I don't have sigils in it, actually, it looks like, which I need sigils in it. The sigils in Tome is just a huge amount of value. Looks of it, yeah. They should definitely be in the deck. And you just cherry pick the traps and the laces, depending on the matchup. And like in that scenario, we got below 20, and they were still above 30, and we still, you know, kind of clawed our way back. It was definitely misplays by Amiibo, unfortunately. But Class Constructor just takes so long, right? You can crack out 3 to 4 Blitz games, especially the Blitz we do. But anyway, I digress. Let me set up the camera, and we will crack another case of Miss Veil. I think. We'll just do this. Okay, hopefully that looks fine. Exposure kind of looks horrible to me, though. Kind of legible. Let me play with it for a little bit. That's way too bright. Normally not that bright in this room, usually. That makes the blues pop, though. I think that's a bit better, legible-wise. Yeah. Alright, I'll do. I need to grab set case. I did have scissors. And I've misplaced as well. A bit annoying. Not quite sure you lose scissors. Fine. Can we weigh them again and see if there's another gold pack? Why not? If we get another one, I think I'll open it. Two, 3, and so the gold pack is a 4-gram difference, it looks like. Let's see, very bright out today. That way's a bit better. Nope, that's just as illegible. You can sort of see. There we go. Upside down, but I guess that's better. So, nope. Looking for like 116-ish. Give or take a little bit, you know, because we have pockets and whatnot. Oh, that's a potential gold pack. Hold on to that one. And we'll see if we're right. Yeah, see? 109. And a 10. See if we got another one. Oh, I think I should turn this light off. Nope, I should not. That is very darker. How about lower? That's probably the better way of doing it. This is very weird to me. This room is always not bright, but now it's like super bright and it's screwing with all my settings. And I'm pretty sure I'm screwing it up more. Fine, we had to correct for the card. Where was that? Cut my nails. Doing everything wrong. Leave the pocket knife. Is there a gold pack? Ta-da! 2 for 2. Interesting though, the last one was horizontal. But yeah, so 4-gram difference gets you your gold pack. Alright, so fortunately that means I would never buy a single box of Misfail. Only, you know, well, it's not horrible, because obviously the gold packs are not, you know, the end of the world, but the fact that they can be weighed out is kind of bad, in all honesty. I doubt, are they listed in themselves, the gold packs? Not even how we'd find it, is it? Just do Misfail. Question though is, could you weigh out a gold pack and see if it's marble? We'll put that aside for now. In fact, do I like it more than the one we sealed away? That's the curiosity. Actually, kind of shorter. Funny enough. I think the one we sealed away is fine. Actually, the printing, because I did notice they weren't very centered on any of them. It looks like they're all not very centered, right? This edge is always wider. We'll leave that bit. It's going to do packs. So I'm quite surprised, because I only got 7 cases, right? It's very lucky to find 2. That is horrible. God. What can I do to fix the lighting? I can make the cards pop. I guess that's good enough, right? That kind of looks better. And so, up the brightness. Contrast a little bit. Cool. I don't know if it's the mat that's throwing me off. That'll have to do. Kinda legible, right? Yeah. Alright. As long as the foils look kinda pretty. It looks very whitewashed. We got an Enigma, that's nice. We'll pull out the foils, I think, and then everything else is just bulk. Nada, nada, nada. I don't know why, every time I see this new, right, I always think this is just the adult. There is no age difference whatsoever between the two. We're good. Doesn't age. The only thing that's going fancier is her headpiece. It's also interesting because usually there's a decent amount of diversity in like their clothes and what they wear. This is just the spitting image. She also, I feel like it lends to my theory that this was meant to come out last year as like a Year of the Rabbit sort of celebration. Because of all the paper lands and everything. Because I always found it weird, you know, the flipping box question, right? Was this Asian inspired? Because I think everyone looking at it automatically went, oh yeah, it's definitely Japanese. But then you think about it and go, well, actually it's kind of more Chinese, right? The architecture and some of the design, sure, but a lot of the characterization and everything is a bit more akin to Chinese. Say Mandarin. No, actually, it wouldn't be traditional, so Cantonese. Anyway. Spur away from that conversation before I say something I shouldn't. Alright. Manifestations. I am so far. And also, no, we're not seeing the gold pack list. I'm sure there's places that are selling just the gold packs, right? You also need to check in on New Moon. Curious if it's yet to perform below 30. Etching. Yes. Oh, and a Kindle. I am actually curious about Kindle. It's being heavily speculated on. Let's find out. Kindle. Oh. Normal pro release shenanigans. How much was it? I wonder how many people do buy the cards that early. That is a huge loss, obviously. I'm sure there's still stores that are listing Kindle for a decent amount. But I think Misval has been the most ludicrous in terms of price gouging. Well, it's not really price gouging, right? It's just release prices to when the set actually goes live. But I do believe that's our playset of Kindles. Oh, and I think that's our playsets of 3 visits. Definitely nice. Ah, there's the cold foil. With an Unravel Aggression. Very beautiful card. And, oh, it's Stilettos. I think we got a copy of them as well. The double react definitely makes it really impactful though, as a common. Once Desire. Well, it's nothing. Size of the flesh. I think this happened last time too. The box with the gold pack was like a really underperforming box. Flinch. Definitely due another Majestic, at least. Levels. We do like levels. Only they made it generic. See how valuable that card would be if it was generic? Or if they made it count. I still really think that, you know, they should make talents accessible, and all they need to do is obviously eat up the equipment slots, just with similar to Crown Dominion, but strictly make them no benefit whatsoever. Just you now have the ability to add these different cards to your deck. But in response, you know, you get nothing. You get no armor, you get no token generation. That'd be kind of cool. If they really want to, they could cannibalize the chest slot with it. And that would be some interesting design, right? Is it actually that valuable to take, you know, the Mystic spec if I can't run Tunic or something like that? If it was just me, or did it get darker? I feel like the sun's gone now. You have to just toy with this as we go. Tune. All the cosmic cards are so pretty. I think it's just the stylization that I really like. Oh, Persuasive Prognosis. What is this one? When you hero bash top card of their deck, then look at their hand and bash a card with the same color. That's kind of nice. The fact that they're just blue and then you can, you know, supersede the fact that they're blue by buffing them. I feel like Justin Nick is kind of overstated. Just a tad. Also, where did it... I saw an M in here. That's why I'm going back through it. Yeah, I know. There we go. I feel like what you really want as new as ways just to recycle just a nick rather than the actual attack cards. Venomous Bites. I feel like they could have gotten away with Marvel tokens as well. You know, the Bank Strike for a new Crouching Tiger. I feel like a blue spectral looking Crouching Tiger would have been cool. Or even just one blue, one red. We have, this is the one that, you know, theoretically, is you put in your hand and one that you put into the banish zone. This is a cool concept. Yeah. I don't think we've done alright on the end here. The cold foil was definitely not that great. I'm curious where it sits overall with the commons. I still think Uphold Tradition should be the most expensive common cold foil. Just because Enigma is popular. Cool. We'll take that though. Nice Stonewall Gauntlet. What do I do with my bulk? Nothing. Nothing. Sits in a box in the corner of the room. Sometimes I pull out the foils and they sit in a separate box, but mostly nothing. I've always just opened for fun. You literally just do this. It's annoying when we move. Last time we moved was annoying. I end up throwing out half of it. But like, for instance, we got boxes and boxes along this wall, right? They're either actual sealed boxes or bulk. And then we have, you know, a pile of several, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the, I forget what count they are, but obviously big ass storage boxes. And then I have a ton of the tubes as well, the 1,000 count, you know, tubes. It should really just be thrown out, but it feels so shitty, right? Because in a given pack, it's what? 80%, 90% is just landfill. Like that, as a company, no offense to LSS, but they should kind of be ashamed. Like, I would argue that Flesh and Blood has the most bulk. Because there are so many cards that were just designed, you know, with limited mind, with these specific niche things in mind, that no one will ever care about, right? And at first it was fine, you know, you gave your bulk to everyone else. And now it's just, even Sword will be throwing out a ton of it. And no amount of paper pack can, you know, salvage that. And I don't even know if it's, you know, how recyclable it actually is, because you have the wax coatings and everything. But it does feel like we need differentiation, right? Set boxes failed for MTG, but I feel like they could be really impactful for Fab. And I say it all the time, but I would pay exactly the same if they just cut out the commons, right? If they want to preserve all the card values and everything, I would pay the exact same pricing, as crazy as that sounds, for, you know, a booster pack that has 5 cards. It wouldn't even be 5 cards, would it? It'd be 2 rares, a foil, it'd be 3 card packs, right? Something like that. I mean, for Mistval alone, every 2 boxes gets turned into this, right? You can fit 2 boxes worth of bulk into 1 box, and then they're just sitting in a corner. Right, all the Mistval you saw when I turned around the camera, that was what we opened, and what was just bulk. Everyone, you know, joke's on the MetaZoo, and obviously MetaZoo is a huge amount more landfill. But then this is just, you know, awful. Like March the Machine. Was that the epilogue crap? Don't get me started. If you're talking about the epilogue stuff, no. Again, I don't think MTG did set or less packs well, but LSS should take a page out of that, right? Because, again, you know, post-release, the majority of booster packs, this is what happens. People grab this stuff out, everything else goes away. Epilogue is the absolute FU from Hasbro. The biggest FU you will ever find in MTG. More than, you know, what 30th anniversary did to the community. Epilogue is an absolute... I had a video absolutely bastardizing the price point and everything, how ridiculous it was for the shitty cards. But no, I did not like Epilogue. I did not open Epilogue. In fact, March of the Machine is right about when I stopped having anything to do with MTG. But I like, and we all like, you know, the M's and the foils from LSS. So yeah, give me 3 card packs. And you can have whatever you save on shipping. 100% free. That was also the wrong pile. Especially because, you know, we're getting much tighter focus on sets being draftable, being played for limited. This means there's so much filler. I mean, look at that, right? I'm taking 1 card out. After 1 box, no one on Earth needs more tokens, right? And then it's just all this. Out of this, what would you actually play? Mind's Eye, maybe. I mean, all of it could be playable, right? But within 1 case, you will get play sets of every single card, at the very least, right? In 2 cases, you'll probably have full play sets of rares, and then after that. But then also, you know, we're at the point where we are getting a lot of reprints, right? A lot of the generic slots is reprints. You also have then the 3 copies of every card, where in most cases, you know, if you're not white, yellow, no one cares about yellow. You're either taking red for the stats, or you're taking blue for its ability to be pitched. And obviously there is, you know, it's not 100% true, but you get the point, right? Classes could do with specific colorization, and therefore, you know, the old trend of just 3 copies of every single card doesn't have to be a guaranteed thing going forward. Finally, you know, Chase the Tails. We are lackluster on the Zen cards most of all, too. Do we open the gold pack after this? After this box? Do we do the case? Or do you reckon I should just save it? I'm actually curious, you know what? Gold pack. But I'm curious if anyone is selling them. Miss Vale. I'm sure on eBay there'd be a ton. Oh, but no, from the looks of it. That's actually a curiosity. Are they actually all being cracked? Because I feel like that's absolutely stupid. Ah, yeah. Not finding any listings. Oh, another common cold foil. I do think this is really gorgeous though. Right, as a nice cold foil with all the water effects. And a nice little koi. Take that card as well. Nada. All the seeds. I mean, like, War of the Thieves, right? What does this actually do? This attack, next attack, this combat chain with 1 or less gets +1. That is just so niche, right? The rare version would obviously not count, not care about the 1 or less, you know, we can't have it. Then the M would be, you know, name a card, heads, lead, tails. Like, there's easy design elements for them. To backtrack and create, you know, just draftable stuff. In Brazil, most players sell their cards at WhatsApp. Maybe the gold packs that are not being cracked are going to be stalked sometime. That's the worst case scenario, right? Because literally, the more marvels that get pulled, public knowledge or not, the less people are going to care. And the same, the cheaper Enigma gets, also, the less people will be willing to care about the gold pack. I know here in Oz, Facebook Marketplace, I think, is meant to be the best place to go for Fab. I don't use Facebook, so oh well. I'm surprised TCG Play doesn't have listings. Because, you know, like Judge Packs, all those get sold. But I'm glad, because it is just anyone who, you know, gets fucked into buying a gold pack, it's kind of an FU. Because, yeah, 99.99% of the time, it is just Enigma. And speaking of which, we didn't actually look at her, right? Enigma. We just typed in New Moon. Has she dropped it all? No, she's still sitting at 32. Not slightly. Around the 30 range. Quite a lot gets sold, interestingly. That's not what I meant to do. Partner's mail. I feel like $50 is where they're probably at the moment if they are being sold. Gorgon's Gaze. Nice effect. Interesting art. That's the way we'll put it. Oh, you know what we actually... No, I remembered. My scale's not calibrated. It was not sensitive enough. I was going to say we should weigh the 2 gold packs. Territorial Domain. That's an interesting one. When it's defending, if you create a crouching target's turn, it gets +3. From memory, there's not that many easy ways, right? The Sacred Art is the only instant, I believe, that makes a Crouching Tiger, right? You do have a few, you know, the weird block card, and you have the Reprisal. But it feels like this is not as easy as it should be to get off. I mean, like just an if statement, right? If you create a Crouching Tiger, this turn gets +3, otherwise create a Crouching Tiger, and then you could do 2 back-to-back or something like that. Kinda would have been cool. Nada, and nada. Reference Coalescence would rise up in price. It went down, interesting. I would say that that's probably one of the best Enigma cards too. And then the fact, it is generic, right? From memory? I can't remember where it is. I do think everything is just going to go down, right? I think the better way to think about it is a lot of things are just going to stabilize. Because Misveil is so surprising. Like, compared to heavy hitters, the amount that's being opened is crazy. It's also, you've also got the fact that, you know, it's just Prism and Enigma at the moment. And then across the board, that's just 2 classes out of the majority. I would have thought that, yeah, it would have held. Because it seems really strong. And obviously being yellow is nice as well for the Prism. What about Manifestations? That's more of just a powerhouse, not the EA. The nice thing too, though, is, you know, obviously all the playable cards and their cheap variants will get cheaper and cheaper. And then as, you know, these are figured out to be a lot harder to pull, not the Marvels, but the EAs and everything, they'll continue to increase. Levels being that expensive is ludicrous to me. What is it actually at? It is actually at $30. Okay, that is sell-off. So levels, as good as it is, right? Again, it's just tied to 3 classes. So it should not be, in my opinion, commanding this type of price. Yeah, it's like a must-play at 3 for every single class, but it's still not that great. Restless is more than Manifestations too. I also think Rage Spectre is sort of a sleeper hit, just how much tempo this is. It's literally, you know, recover a board and swing for 6, which is just great. I think Enigma, by and large, is actually dwindling. I think she was the favorite coming out. Oh, pretty. Oh, pretty. Not just a normal Transcend card. It is the Illustrious Sacred Arts. I do like these 3 cards. I still think these are going to sit higher than the Young Heroes. That would be my guess. But yeah, going back to Enigma, I think Enigma, by and large, will be less played than people think. Like, it's a fantastic armory crushing deck. Fantastic, you know, early event deck, but in a proper tune deck, it's not as horrible as what people are thinking. I think the misconception is Enigma's not actually that complex in actuality, right? It's literally just build a board, attack, sacrifice board, prevent damage, build a board, attack, rinse and repeat. It's a little strategic in obviously what cards you keep and making sure you have the resources and swing and everything like that. But at the top level, it is great value, right? It is definitely great value, but it can be run over. So I think you'll see Enigma, she'll do well, but she will dwindle and dwindle and dwindle, I think. Did it again. I go there. I go there. I go there. How much is the Sacred Art? And is it actually... I feel like it'll be less than the Young Heroes. But I expect all Young Heroes to really drop off. So the Enigma Young is higher than them. But they are higher than the New, and where's Young Zen? I guess he's on a different page. Still, that makes it a very, very nice pull, especially because, again, Zen is probably the one I want to play most. My guess is that people develop a strategy to play first, and some big victories come, and other people learn to play against it. Yeah. It's similar to what will probably happen when an Arcane set comes out, right? Where it will just revolt the meta, and it will just go back and forth between the deck that can beat Arcane, then decks that can beat those decks, then Arcane again, and cycle. But yeah, I think Enigma being so popular, right? Because it was definitely the most popular theorized deck going into it. It just burnt out the quickest. Which again, is the fantastic part of, you know, bad meta, right? Things do transition, go back and forth. I mean, Klloo is going up and up and up now as well, which is insane to think about, because I didn't think the cards he got was that great. But the fact that, you know, he might get close to playable is definitely cool. But I think Tiger Stripe Shuko and Zed is sort of unsung as just Enigma killing. Oh, speaking of Klloo, Evo Short Circuit. I wish there was some way to repeat this effect, right? Because it feels weird just play it once, pop, right? I think all of them should have been base, That would have been a little bit better. I mean, they're still really good cards, obviously. But being able to re-equip them and use the effects... I think altogether, all Evos should be base. All Evos should be able to be transitioned. Because it's just this whole shitty scenario. Cool, I took 3 copies of it to make sure I could have it on board. Now, what do I do with the other 2? I'm sad about Klloo. I was Casso main. The guy started playing Klloo here and I lost all matches against him ever since. Good. Good. I really wanted to love Klloo coming out of Bright Lights. It was one of the main reasons I actually wanted to play mech for once. So I'm glad. I'm glad he's coming back. Still wish Supercell could hit Singularity. But at least that was also playable. Small, so... Singularity is such a cool card. Just sucks when you boost it away. Rowdy Locals. Apparition. What do we at? My Blue Yonder. Alright. I think we'll crack the gold pack. And be happy with our Enigma. Let me just pack these up. Question though is, we go with the one we pulled yesterday or the one we pulled today? Keep it. I'm fine to keep it, in all honesty. I'd rather just buy, you know, a $30 card and keep the pack. Wow, I still think it's going to come down a lot more. Considering you're the only one vocalizing, I'd say your word is law then. There is not a 50-50 chance. There is a 99% chance. There's a 99.99% chance, right? If the print run is 100,000, right? And it's probably not. It's probably close to 200k because again, the gold packs are split across all English, French, German, and Italian, right? Oh, it's a joke from Brazil. But yeah, so I would say the print run's more like 200k, which means there is, you know, 19,900 New Moon Rainbow Foils to the 100. $50. Alright. Well, technically, right, yeah. The principle is true, because, you know, you can only have 2 outcomes, so it is 50-50. Very well, we will keep it then. I could probably stick it in the, in here with the other one. Yeah, there's tons of room. Let's just hoard them. Shall we do that instead? Really should have got the magnetic one. I'll actually make this a lot better. Because it's so thin in this frame. It needs company. Yeah. I think yeah, you're right. We'll keep it. I mean, I'm sure everyone's seen, you know, enough of them being opened anyway. There you go. You guys can be buddies. Look at that, that looks more fleshed out. Partly because it's so thin. I do hate the fact that they are slightly too long for this case, though. And what we can say is, in this is both a cold foil and a rainbow foil. So I have the set. I couldn't be happier, right? Just preserved for all time. Screws are very annoying as well. There's the little heads that they have for the screws are not cut correctly. There's like a perfect one for each one, which is weird because obviously they should all be manufactured in bulk. Alright, well, they're coming out. Yes, this is a lot of work and it's definitely annoying. Alright, there we go. That'll do for now. Put the other two in later. Why did I put the Stonewall Gauntlet over there? Go there. Yeah, exactly. Right? You should just list it. Even do it cheaper. I'll list it for just $1,000, right? Is there... I wonder if there's been any sales on TCG for the Marvel. I do think people are also overestimating how many people actually care. I think there's been 2 sales actually talked about. 2.5 at the premiere in Japan. And then another private one for like 4.5, I think it was. But again, it's young. It's just out of the realm of possibility for the majority of people to care about. I feel like it's just gonna, go the same way as the serialized art cards. And it's something you buy if you wanna, hold on to it. It's not something that is ever well worth flipping or trying to flip or anything like that. Actually, one thing to bring up. I'm a little disappointed in the Mislop Gully, right? And the Inner Chi. You know what would have been cool? If this Rainbow 401 had the full art Chi, but in rainbow foil, because what that means is it's the only way to actually get the full art Chi in rainbow foil. I think that would have been so cool to actually make it a lot more collectible. Plus, I'm curious, how that would have turned out in rainbow foil. I think that would have been a really interesting design choice rather than just making it the normal Chi card on the back of the Fable. Oh, another cold foil. That looks like a comment. Our 3rd heirloom of rabbit hide. Wow, that's unfortunate. There's definitely room for them to work with the old One Life effect. Feels like it could go on some Riptide gear. It'd be kind of cool. It's also kind of nice for Enigma, right? You get to flip it over with the Chi and get 3 Spectral Shields and 4 Ward. How many of the hunt? Ooh. Dust of Stillwater Shrine. So how many dusts actually target? Ah, God, Miraga? Miraji? I like Miraji. Right? Like pet name for Miraji. You have... Wasn't there a different dust? I guess there wasn't. This is the first dust. I thought he had 2, interestingly. Huh. Misremembering. Also gonna need to speed things up. We're only on the second box. I just realized. I need to find the scissors, because definitely trying to rip these open is causing the issue. Gorgon's Gaze and Foil. I think it's the proportions on the snakes that are throwing people off, most of all. At least to me. I feel like they could have done like a sort of beast within. Let's see, we have the Sacred Art, Zen. So I definitely would like a Zen Marvel. Still need to traverse the universe, right? Because it's just such a good card in all 3. 12 Petal, we haven't seen as well. So 12 Petal, Traverse. Beyond Preserve. I'd like Homage and Rising Sun, Setting Moon, right, for the Marvels. So there's still a decent amount of Marvels that I'm actually interested in. Other than that, we didn't actually get close to any playsets of the Zen Majestics, right? We need more Mauls, we need more Shifting Winds, because I'm going to meme around with Shifting Winds, probably. Chase the Tail, I don't think I'm actually that interested in. And Murky Water, we only got 1 copy, right? But Riptide is definitely one of my favorite decks. So yeah, so Tooth and Claw, Murky Water, not Chase the Tail. Shifting Winds and Maul, because I do really like Maul. And then for Marvels, oh, is it? No, it's Path Well Traveled. Speak of the Devil. Get something else. Rising Sun, Setting Moon, definitely. And Homage, because I think they're the 3 most, right? That, and Homage. But unfortunately, we missed our chance. It's probably the Marvel for the case. Feels like the Transcends are on a separate sort of table, loop table, to the Sacred Arts and the Heroes. And that sort of explains why you get these cases that have all 3. It almost feels like every case should have at least 1 Transcend Marvel, and every now and then, you know, a case will also have a Sacred Art. But yeah, just Zen Majestics. Just give us... Did I go through this one? I did not. Give us Zen Majestics. I'll be happy. Yeah, I do really like the art too. I don't know if it's my favorite art. I really like the Dense Blue Mist. Is Dense Blue Mist? It's definitely my favorite Transcend card. And unlike Droplet, which is right next to it, it makes sense. Droplet is so weird. It's meant to be like a typhoon, yeah? And it's also meant to be the ocean. But, you know, the proportions and everything and the perspective just don't really work in actuality, if you look at it up close. And then I don't know what the weird gold shimmering dragon thing in the middle is meant to be either. I'm sure it looks nice in cold foil though. Intermittent Inducement is also really nice art. There's so many of these cards I wish we got a Marvel, right? That spread with the foiling would be so cool in cold foil. I don't know, you could have like, you could do an EA and just a den of snakes or something at the bottom. There's so many cards that Would look kind of cool in special versions. Or blown up. Just a droplet. We also didn't look at path well traveled. So my problem with path well traveled is it just doesn't seem like it has much use in any 3. Just banking on it to have to be a go again effect is just so weird to me. When both, you know, New and Zen have great ways of go again. But still kind of up there. Another Restless. So we definitely have a playset with them. Hasn't dropped as much as I'm thinking. I still think all the Transcend cards are really going to bottom out. Inducements. Was it target? Fasten on Mystic, attack action card gets +1. Look at the top card. Defending hero's deck, choose card if it's blue. Alright, this is actually a really kind of strong common to me, right? But again, they all rely on, you know, hitting blues. Manifestations. The stat line on that for a chi card is really nice. A lot of the chi cards kind of want to always have the chi to play, but I think Manifestations would be more than happy. Just stick it out there as a 2 ward that can do 4 damage. Companion. I don't know, but it definitely feels like it is. It also feels like the print run is a bit heavier. So, heavy hitters dried up extremely quickly. Yeah. And in that scenario, right, it wasn't like stores were tracking themselves and having a ton of the singles to list. They had to misfail. So, before heavy hitters even came out, like I opened a single box of heavy hitters. That's all I got. I couldn't find any cases, right? It was just sold out everywhere I looked. And that's fine. I wanted to love the set, but I didn't have access to it. But then also looking for singles and everything like that was also kind of difficult here. Compared to Misfail, where it seems like there are just a ton of singles listed, you know, right off the get-go. And also, you know, you can still get boxes fairly easily. Which means that, you know, print runs higher. And I think the buzz is just a lot greater on this. I think as well reputed as heavy hitters is, it doesn't hit different corners of the community like Misfire, right? Bringing together Illusionist, Assassin, and Ninja. Right? As close as Ninja and Assassin are, they're still quite different. And then throwing in this Mystic and also, you know, this fantasy, this Eastern fantasy element that appeals to a lot of Western people, I think is just a big thing versus, you know, just a Smackdown where all 6 decks kind of have a big similarity to them. Yeah. Yeah, heavy hitters. Came in drips and drabs, definitely. I think it's still... Oh, that was the last one. Still kind of hard to find. Also, that was the 3rd box. We're only on 1 box left. Good. Just that empty box on top. We can get this done in a timely manner. I think the other thing that also doesn't get discussed much is the sort of misdirect where so many people were banking on Savage Lands, right, being the heavy hitter set, and then heavy hitters comes around. But Fab is definitely a difficult thing because every release is its own little bubble, right? You'll have the people who, you know, always participate, or always crack packs, or undo this type of stuff. But for the majority of the community, you will just have, you know, fringe people who are interested in the set because of what it is thematically, or you just care about choice singles. And when it comes to choice singles to get heavy hitters, remember they're split between six different classes for people to pick and play, versus this where it's all compiled into 3. So it's a lot easier to digest a 3-character set, is what I'm trying to say. About instant thing, there are a lot of young points decided to play because you knew, well, probably. I mean, yeah. The art is probably the most risque, right? Obviously, it's nothing crazy, especially when you compare it to Japanese TCGs or anything like that. But for Fab, you know, coming off the back of Betsy. And then you also, you know, you have this sort of epitome, right? I want to be this big macho man who's just manning people over, you know, with my fists and everything, right? That epitomizes Zed. And then, yeah, the new attraction. Alright, no worries, Professor. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. Hopefully we get something in this last box. I can just say you were bad luck. You were around for some good cards. What we need is a Marvel Zen to top it off. An adult Marvel Zen, I should specify. Or the world just screws me over and goes sure. Nada. Getting lots of the inducements. Oh, another territorial. You know what? I'm curious about that card. Territorial domain. Because I've seen it played, but it doesn't feel that good to me. Yeah, no, it's not. Oh, Cosmic Awakening, another wonderful art that I would love to see what could have been done with full art. Into the Klloo. Yeah. Makes it leap. Come on, give me a single hitting win. I think we did get one last time out of the 2 boxes. I feel like I'm just gonna have to buy so many of the Zen cards that I want to play with. But obviously, you know what it is. Always buy singles. Don't change cards through boxes. Liars. Nothing. Distraction. Waiting Vengeance. I'm at the point of not caring about the foils either, I think. I think by now, I should have at least a few playsets of stuff that I actually care about. Blanche. Battlefield Bastion. Actually really nice cards. Ah, that was different for a change. That in Streamlabs has kept going. The chat on the little chat box below me as well. Essence, blah, blah, blah. I also think getting the whole tricolor treatment for rares to be extended across the board. It's really cool. Conceptually. Like Blanche could have had a little bit, right? In the book. And even the little background. I mean, in blue it kind of would look weird and ruin the aesthetic. Eyes, maybe? Tamed. He looks like a very feral mob, maybe not. Oh, there's a cold foil. Fortunately, it is a Skyrest. So, nicely, actually, it doesn't feel like we're getting just a ton of these, right? Compared to, like, Dusk Till Dawn, where you have the 3 4-piece armor sets. Don't think it's very good, though. Just a single prevent damage. I think you still prefer, like, figures, being able to often prevent damage. Still a chance there's something else. At least some M's. But the box overall, well, the case overall is still really nice, right? Oh, another Kindle too. The Sacred Art is definitely great to find. Siren's cool. We did get a Rainbow Foil Legendary as well. I'm not hopeful. There's a 12 Feather Linear. Mine, there is something. I'm pretty sure that's another Gauntlet though, from the picture. Yeah, okay. So I did like it, but not that much. So, twofold. The same case. It is definitely the worst legendary in the set. I do think it has more uses than what people are thinking. But it's nice to force, you know, someone to break the chain. And it's still commanding a decent value. No, it's not. It is a $20 Rainbow Foil. Definitely to be expected. What's the next one going for, comparatively? So you have Meridians. Meridians, $40. I think Meridians are really bad as well. I mean, it's beautiful artwork, but you really don't need the instant. There are just so many instant auras you can take that it just seems like such a waste to use Chi on that rather than Enigma and being able to, you know, swing for free with a 2 damage thing. Lucky last. What do we get? We get a Tenant, a foil Tenant. Alright, it's not so bad. I'm also curious about Tenant. Wow, yeah. That's really good for Rainbow Foil. Another one that I would highly assume it drops by a ton. Again, while it is playable in every single deck, and you want it, right, because it's just such good value, at the end of the day, you only need one. I can't imagine the Rainbow Foil is that. Yes. So, I would assume this is actually a really good case. I mean, 2 Legendaries, 2 Marvels, decent amount of Kindles, and some other really good M's, I want to say. We'll go through them in a second before we finish up. I want to pack stuff a lot neatly. By neatly, I mean just shove them all into a misval box and shut it. Is that an empty box? It is. Need that for later. Alright. So what do we end up getting? The Tenant, quite nice. And with the Stone Gauntlets. The nice thing too is any extra copies of Tenant you can just get free, get rid of. Siren's cool, Kindle, Skyrest for 1 cold foil. Manifestations and Restless. Why am I trying to add a syllable? Are also pretty nice. I think Manifestations is decent. I think it would be obviously a lot more valuable if there wasn't the EA. The EA looks really nice. See, actually going with that, right? So a lot of cards don't get EAs, especially some of the equipment. Because it's kind of like, well, what do you do with the bottom half when the image is, you know, squarely centered at the top, like meridians or anything like that? But look at this. Look how simple this is to add to it, and it matches. That looks really nice. Right? Or you could have had his tail or something coming around, I don't know. But yeah, this is perfect epitomization, where it adds to the card, even though it's nothing to do with the card. Path Not Traveled and Sacred Art for our Transcend cards, which is great. Another Gauntlet. Waves, and we also got a Stiletto, I want to say. Oh, and Hailing. Yeah, so we got the four cold foils. Fortunately, all not great, right? Hailing being a rare, but still being, you know, bad. Stilettos, Wave, but at least we got 2 Transcends, 2 Legendaries, even if they are, unfortunately, the same Legendaries. Gorgon's Gaze, I'd have to assume, is also going to be a decent one, just because it is kind of a really nice playable. People care about the foil. Gorgons. And that, what other foils do we get? Territorial Domain, yeah, nope. It's only $4. If that. Rival Aggression's also going to be a nope. Levels, I can't believe that. It's a $30 card. Everyone's just clamoring for them. But yeah, I think overall, fairly decent. But, we will leave it there. I don't think I have time for another CC game, unfortunately. But we got one game in. Makes me miss Blitz. And we got a case done. Marvels seem to be plentiful, right? It's a bit worrisome. Because, you know, someone has to draw the short straw. We'll have to see. Anyway, anyone hanging around, lurking, thank you. Anyone watching posts, thanks as always.